Copywriting, 5 Essentials Necessary in Copywriting. I can remember when I was probably about 5 years old, and my father had a store. He sold grocery items, snacks, and things of that sort, but he also cooked hamburgers and hot dogs to go, and as long as I will live, I will never forget the name of my father's store to this day. It was called Where's the Beef? It was a spin-off from the old 80 superscript 2s Wendy's commercial, talking about how Wendy's burgers didn't cheat you on your meat, as it was insinuating that other burger places did. Now I was super young at the time, but I remembered that commercial, and I wasn't the only one. But you do not need to know every nook and cranny about what copywriting is and all the science behind it all. You really only need to know 5 things. That's all. Just 5 essentials necessary in copywriting. These 5 essentials in copywriting will save you lots of time and guesswork when trying to figure out what to say to your prospective buyers or leads, depending on what you are marketing. These simple 5 little tidbits are a complete summation of what all the big wigs use, but want to charge you a mini fortune for a fancier way to say the very same things I am going to share with you here shortly. So, in essence, with this report, you will be able to better engage with your audience, attract more prospects, and potentially be able to keep more or your leads, and end result making money. Sound good? Before we get into the essentials, let me just start off by explaining what copywriting is. It is simply salesmanship in print. No fancier way to put it. If I had to give a mental picture of it, picture a car salesman or saleswoman whose job is to obviously sell cars. Now what if they couldn't sell the cars in person? That's copywriting. They would be giving accurate descriptions, creating desire, all while trying to make a sale. That's what the copy's purpose is. To sell. So now that we understand what copywriting is, let's get into our essential parts to our puzzle. Essential 1, write in first person. Write in first person. That's a pretty basic concept to grab, but I can't tell you how many folks out there have their sales pages out there, and it's so not in first person. You want to be speaking in your sales copy using the words you and your, because the copy readers, your prospective audience members, should feel like you are understanding them, speaking right to them. In no way, shape, or form should they become confused in your print. And don't be afraid to get personal with them. Selling is an art, and some even say a dance. Each part needs to be vibing or digging what's going on between them. I once saw a text ad that was super simple and to the point, that ridiculously clear, and there would be no confusion on anyone's part. The ad simply read, "Corns, do you suffer from painful blisters on your feet? Find out how to get relief today." Example website placed here. No, that's not an affiliate link or anything like that. I don't remember what the link was, but the point was, this guy's message was laser focused and super clear. Only 2 types of persons would gravitate to the first line of this ad. Corns? 1. Some silly person who didn't notice the fact that corn is plural and thought maybe this ad was about corn, the vegetable for sale. And 2. The person who this ad is intended for. Now I say this ad is laser focused because even the first person who may not have a blistering sore on their feet and thought the ad was about eating corn, immediately understood in the very next line that this was not about the vegetable. Guys, I know I'm drilling into this example hard, but I want you to understand that this stuff is not rocket science. Keep things super simple in your copy, on focus, and don't overthink it. The next point I want to make about this ad is the use of you. It's super important to be speaking one-on-one with your target audience. And lastly, the call to action. Find out how to get relief today. You must tell people what you can do for them and how they can get it. And if at all possible, give a reference of time, like in this example, they used today. Essential 2, know your target audience. Now we can get real deep with this one and talk about demographics and knowing your competitors and the competition. But just to put it simply, know who you are talking to. To use the car salesman again, if you are selling minivans, know that you are mainly looking for married women with children. Don't try to push your minivan onto the single guy fresh out of college looking for the hot girl. Sure, any pushy salesman probably could make any offer attractive, but you will sell more by staying within your target audience. Ergo, back on the salesman example, don't try and sell to the single guy, just wait till your woman with 3 or more kids walks through your door. Your offer is much more appealing to her. So, you want to know who you are talking to, and know them well. Know their fears, strengths, and weaknesses. Know what they want, and how they can find it. Appeal to their shortcomings, and let them know that you have the remedy. Also remember, a prospect will always be asking themselves a question as they ready your copy, and it's simply, what's in it for me? So you must be clear about what the value is, and how exactly what you have to offer is for them. Essential 3, be friendly. It doesn't matter what you are selling or who you are selling it to. The president or lonely teenage girl, you want to be friendly in your copy. People do business transactions with folks they know, like, and trust. If you are doing your selling online, and someone has ran across your ad cold, then they are gonna have to get a feeling for you through your writings, and if you are not liked, you can pretty much forget it because they already don't know you nor do they trust you. So you must put your best foot forward and not try to sound like you just came out of a dictionary. Just be friendly and you will be liked. Essential 4, no nonsense. You don't want to be that marketer that oversells their stuff. If your product or offer is good, then just say so in regular descriptive terms. You don't need to say it's the super best thing on this whole wide world, and you'll never find another one like it in a million years. Come on. Really? You wouldn't believe that if you read it, so what makes you think your reader will? Now, if your product is all that I've just mentioned, then it would still be better for you to use less hype than to hype it up and you receive a bad review or something negative back on your reputation. Reputations can follow you, good or bad, online and off. So just do yourself a favor and cut the crap, give your prospect the hard cold facts, using great adjectives, and it will go much further than you placing a lot of hype in your copy. Essential 5, be exact. These 5 essentials. How to make the only guide to deliver. 3. You need to be exact in your sales copy. Every piece of copy you produce needs to tell your prospect what you want them to do, and what they can expect. This needs to be done loud and clear and 100% of the time. People are really just like sheep, and as the old saying goes, tell them what you are going to tell them what you told them, then tell them again. If I may include, you need to also have a call to action in the end there as well. That pretty much sums up the basics. You now know you need to write in first person, know your target audience, be friendly, have no nonsense, and be exact. If you can follow these simple, short, and sweet 5 little essential rules to the copywriting game, you are more than halfway there. This is pretty much the basics that any good copywriter will tell you to do.